to blockchain infrastructure. And this is a way to actually divert part of the income of the low-level protocol towards the developers. So we are seeing that with Knolen, a recent project by Chequan, and they introduced something called the proof of contribution. The general idea is that when you build product smart contracts, let's say, that are being used, then you get a part of the fees of the blockchain, right? It's exactly the same with Phantom. I think that there is 15% of the gas fee that goes to developers. Archway has a similar approach. I mentioned Drips, which is a bit different, but the general idea here is that the blockchain, the infrastructure, provides a sustainable flow of value towards the producers, towards the people who actually make this infrastructure useful. So I'm the governance lead at Mangrove. Mangrove is a DeFi protocol, so I'm just mentioning that in order to introduce the last part, the last the categories, so to speak. Just to have an idea of what I'm talking about, Mangrove is a DeFi protocol. It's other DEX, but it has something special. It's a programmable DEX, meaning that people can actually build products on top of the DEX inside the book, on-chain strategies. And how is it relevant to this conversation? The idea is that the value of the DEX, well, there are many DEXs, so it's not super interesting to just build or fork yet another DEX. The only interest here is that people, producers, developers, can build new products on top of this DEX. So the value of the infrastructure that you provide in this great idea, great innovation of having custom arbitrary code within on-chain, within a DEX, is actually depend totally on the fact that people will come and build new products, new strategies. We need to attract them, and the usual playbook is to give grant, right? This is not what we're doing, or not where our focus is, and it's more about helping them to build ventures. So it depends on two things. The first thing is that we create as well, just like the previous slide, create an economic engine that is built in the infrastructure. As a DEX, there is a fee, a transaction fee for every trade. So the major part of this fee goes to the transaction that has been triggered by a strategy that has been actually implemented by a developer, right? So it's a way to actually create a sustainable flow, a value flow towards the people who create the product. And the second thing is about lowering the friction for creating those products. This is something that is not often developed in DeFi. This is something that Web2 platforms are very well understood. They do everything they can in order to bootstrap their network and bring not only users, but also producers. Give just like a mundane example. At some point, Uber was trying to attract drivers by helping them to acquire a car, right, with special credit, special price. It's the same here, except that it's an organizational design, an intentional design. We are creating pods, and pods are small groups, small teams, dedicated to the green one there, to serve a market need. And they are supported by service pods, small teams again, specialized in marketing, in engineering, in research, and so on and so forth, that provide also part of the necessary work in order to deliver the final product. And all of that is based on value sharing agreement between the different parts. So in other words, this is a way to organize a mesh of sub-DAOs, of small groups, that makes it easier, faster, and cheaper to deliver the product and to build a sustainable business on top of Mangrove. So yeah, I don't know if there are developers, but you're welcome to come and build some strategies with us and build a business. And thank you.